Hello, welcome to Family. We've got your back. I'm Michelle Christensen. This is my husband, Trent. I haven't introduced us for a while, so I thought I'd just, for the new listeners, if we have any, we'll see. I graduated with a degree in family science, and Trent has a degree in math and stats composite education.
Yeah.
So he teaches 8th grade math, and I
Yeah.
I work as a sales associate at a family-owned business in town. And this week I worked 4 hours?
Yeah, not much.
And then went home sick. I got dizzy, and I couldn't stand up anymore. And I said, I'm going home. And then I tried to go to work the next day, and they're like, you
Liability.
you are pale. You can't stand up. Go home. So I didn't even try. So I've had the stomach flu all week. When I get the stomach flu, it lasts forever. Our son, he had it a day, like a 24-hour stomach bug, right? No, it lasts from Monday to Friday, and I still feel awful, like sitting up to eat a little bit has wiped me out. So that's why I look like a hobo.
I just look like a hobo because I'm an 8th grade math teacher.
I did not mean to open the door for that one.
It's way too easy.
Sorry, but at
That's
least you said
I
it, not
look
me.
like
Yeah, so we're going to make this quick so that if I have to run, anyway, I feel awful. Anyway, so we decided, because sickness happens in relationships, we would talk about how to handle it. Right?
Yeah.
So the typical in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better or for worse, the marriage vows. There's a reason they say in good times, in bad, because they know the bad will happen. And you don't just get married or are in a relationship just for the good times. If you're committed, you work through the bad.
Weather the storm.
You do. You say, okay, our relationship is worth it. We're going to figure this out. We're going to become stronger as we move through this crisis, whether it's permanent or temporary, or just prolonged, right? So this stomach flu should go away hopefully today. Let's pretend that that's what's going to happen for me, is that it's going to go away today, so that I can go to work tomorrow and at least work a day.
Yeah. But
the stomach flu doesn't last forever. But my previous illness lasted, 22 years?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Yeah, I mean, seriously, though.
So it was hard. And we made lots of mistakes trying to navigate that lack of healthy situation. It started, a month into our marriage? That I got so tired, like I couldn't even function, and they tested my hormones, and
they were all out of whack.
Yeah, and there was nothing wrong with me, and yet I was so tired I couldn't function. And then I got pregnant, and
it got worse.
It got worse.
And then it would get a little bit better, but never.
I never really.
You never got well.
I never got well until I got a proper diagnosis, finally, after...
Well, and the meds to deal with it.
Yeah, because I was misdiagnosed and improperly medicated for years. And so it was like, how do you deal with that? Well, you stick it out. You're like, okay, well, let's look for solutions. Let's support each other. Well, and so I just want to go over some responsibilities of the well person in the relationship and some responsibilities of the ill person. right?
Yeah. Well, and I think we're not going to be talking about long-term sicknesses like our situation, are we?
Well, we can.
I mean, we can.
Well, I mean, obviously, if the person who is sick, it's a stomach flu, you don't get divorced over the stomach flu.
No.
You know? But, I mean, we know a family where she was basically an invalid for years. She's still, like, for 2 years more than we've known them.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's getting better, but yeah, she's basically bedridden.
Yep.
She can finally stand.
Sometimes.
Sometimes she can finally stand. So anyway, and so what does he do? They figured it out.
Yeah.
They altered his job.
Try to work at home as much as he can.
Mm-hmm. COVID helped a lot so that he could work from home more. But
they have a good support system
too. They do. Their family helps
Family's
out.
Good.
But never once was, oh, she's sick, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And the kids are wonderful kids.
Yeah, they're so respectful.
So their challenge in this has probably brought them closer together because everything that mom can be involved in is a celebration.
Right? Yeah.
And it's awesome to see when that happens, you know, even if it's just a little bit here or there, you know, and it's happy. It's super happy. So yeah, it's like it makes those sweet moments just all the sweeter when you're dealing with a sick situation.
Yeah.
And people truly rejoice in those situations.
Yeah, they do.
Briefly. because even those things, they can be draining on the unhealthy person and or the not well, however you want to put it.
The person who is ill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just that. Celebrate the minor victories. That's one bit of advice.
One bit of advice.
So again, like we were talking about last week with the gratitude, find gratitude every day. You know, find reasons you love that person every day.
Yeah.
I think. What's another responsibility of the healthy and the ill person? Yeah, because they both have the responsibility to choose gratitude and celebrate the minor moments.
And we've kind of joked around with this phrase, but it's true in this situation. You need to lower your expectations. Yeah. Like you cannot expect it's like, oh, I'm so tired of having to cook the meal. Oh, come on.
Too bad.
Too bad.
You're an adult. Feed yourself.
You know, so you got to lower your expectation. There has to be an abundance of sympathy, an abundance of
lack of selfishness.
And yeah, it's
both
hard.
Parts. Because like if the sick person is demanding and rude, you're like, no. You're just because you're sick doesn't mean you can be an awful person.
Right.
But yeah. So the person who's not well, they have the responsibility to do everything. They possibly can, within their abilities, right? Like
I couldn't do the kid's hair when you were sick.
Well, you could brush it though.
I could brush it.
Enough.
I could brush it, and I could laugh it off to some of the.
Well, I mean, we don't
neighbors.
really. Well, like we didn't really care that our kids looked like they were mauled by bears. We knew our situation, and we knew, like, we bathed them. Who cares if they looked... Yeah, whatever.
Like hobos.
The clothes were clean.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They were cared for. They just weren't presentable. Most of the time they were. Don't get me wrong. I mean, anyway... So yeah, I did what I could when I was sick, to the max of my ability, and Trent picked up the slack. And yeah, it was hard for both of us. So yeah, to figure out how to stay positive for both of you, to work together for a solution, whether it's like a solution to the illness or whatever problem comes up, you still need to consult each other and work together as far as you're capable. Like with the ill person being less capable to the max of their ability, right? So so that both of you are being stretched and you're learning and growing and become. But if you discount, you're faking it or whatever, or I don't know what to do, so I do nothing. Those were Yeah, not good moments. So, yeah, figure it out together.
Yep.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say other than
the expectations of the sick person.
They need to realize that they have to take care of themselves as far as they are able. You know, you can't expect to be waited on hand and foot. You know, that is not something that, unless you have to be.
Yeah.
You know, but
and the thing that I thought
do
of
what you can, right?
Was the healthy person needs to have an outlet of some kind. You would let me play basketball.
I didn't let you do anything. You chose to because
you
needed an outlet.
I needed an outlet.
I understood that, and I supported that.
Right, but I mean, if it is going to be a long-term situation, I mean, if it is just puking one day, and I go to play basksketball instead of taking care of my wife, that would be pretty jerky.
Yeah, but if it's like a long-term thing, the caregiver needs to give care to themselves as well.
Right.
You know, they can't be just empty all the time. They need to fill their bucket as well.
Yeah.
And the ill person needs to understand that they need a life outside of the illness.
Yeah.
You know? And don't lose track of your finances because, you've got to realize the illness is expensive.
Yeah.
You know, especially if it's chronic, you've got to, you have to realize, well, he's at work all the time or she's at work all the time to pay for this. Well, yeah, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, so you've got to support that and you've got to just work together to figure it out.
And then the expectation, both of them, of course, is they need to reach out, see who can be of service.
They need a support system outside the relationship, yes.
Because those are the small, wonderful things that can happen to draw a community together, a family together. You know, if they're all investing time and effort into making this work, then it makes it a lot more doable.
Yeah.
I mean, we still remember the awesome blessings of our neighbors at different times, and
just people are coming to help us out, whether it was a new baby or pregnancy, illness, or what.
Whatever.
We were helped a great deal, and so we'll forever be grateful for that. I'm fading. I'm like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
So anything else?
So should I make the challenge? Develop a plan. It's good to think about this in the future.
If you're not ill.
If you're not ill presently, fantastic.
Make a plan.
Something's going to happen eventually.
If you're ill, what are we going to do? If you're ill, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Or what if we're ill at the same time? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Figure it out. Because the better you can be prepared, the less freezing, less struggle in the figuring it out while you're ill happens. And
build good relationships with coworkers, so that family, friends, so that they want and are not. They don't really need any help. They want to help. They're there to.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have a support system outside your relationship, then when the trouble comes, no one feels
obligated.
Well,
not obligated. That's not the right word.
No one will know to reach out.
Right.
You'll not have anybody to reach out to.
Yep.
So, and we're not saying build relationships outside your relationship so that you can have help when you need it.
Yeah.
No, we're saying, but those relationships enrich your life when you're healthy as well as when you're ill.
Agreed.
So, have friends.
Friends. It's good for you. It's good for your family. It's good for everybody.
So anyway, the assignment is develop a plan for if one of you gets sick. Okay. So exciting times. As soon as our basement's finished, I'm going to finish the 6 months to a stronger family. And then I will need beta testers to help review that program/book that I'm writing. So please, if you're interested in a free copy of that when it's ready, please email or text or message.
Shirley does have a wealth of wisdom and lots of common sense stuff
based on research and life experience, and so
mainly on life experience.
Well, no, I have a degree.
You have a
thank
degree.
you.
I know, but all of that stuff has come in handy in our life.
Yeah.
With
So
some
anyway,
application after application.
so yeah, please let me know if you'd like to participate in that test period, so an editing and refining period of that, so that we can
help as many people
as possible. Okay, have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.